Hello everyone, welcome back to one more video session. In this session, we are going to discuss about sex determination. Okay, there are so many different types of sex determination. For our board examination, I'm going with the board examination right now, board syllabus. That is, the first one is the chromosomal basis of sex determination. The other one is haplodiploidic type of sex determination, normally seen in honeybees, which is also called as arenotochy. We'll talk about it. Only two different types of sex determination is given in your NCERT book. Okay, so first we write sex determination. So what is exactly sex determination? Okay, please remember its definition. I'll write sex determination. Okay. So in all the offsprings, there are only two different types of sexes. One is male sex and the other one is the female sex. Okay, so sex determination definition. It is the phenomenon of the finalization of the sex of the progeny. Progeny means offspring. Okay, at the time or during the formation of the zygote. Okay, it is the phenomenon of the determination or the finalization of the sex of the progeny during the formation of zygote. So we all know that when zygote is produced, okay, so obviously it is nothing but it is a cell which re-established the diploid condition. Okay, fine. So because it is the product of the fusion of two haploid gametes, okay, obviously the zygote will have 2n number of chromosomes. That's it. Okay, during the formation of the zygote, let us talk about in human beings. If the allosomes are XX, obviously the resulting offspring will be female. If it is XY, then obviously the resulting offspring will be male actually. Correct? Okay, so that is sex determination. Okay, so obviously nowadays it's a kind of the curiosity. Obviously when a female become pregnant, obviously the curiosity increases to know what is the sex of the baby. Okay, whether it is female or whether it is male actually, but obviously it is prohibited. Okay, so now because of the amniocentesis, you can determine what is exactly the chromosomal pattern of that embryo in terms of allosomes, whether it is XX allosomes or XY allosome. If it is XX, then the baby will be female. If it is XY, the baby will be male. But the government actually, prohibited all these things. I think at around 1971. Okay, so the people or the person should not go for amniocentesis to determine the sex of the baby. Fine, it is actually right now out of the syllabus. Fine. Okay, definition we know it now. Okay, we just remember a scientist who is called as H. Hanking. H. Hanking. He was the first person to discover X chromosome. Okay, so please remember, you may get a question. Who discovered X chromosome? H. Hanking discovered X chromosome. Very important. It may be asked for 1 mark in the part A section. When he was actually working on insects, okay, he was surprised to see obviously insects means let us take Drosophila for example. Obviously you could see that XX and XY is the type of the allosomes which is seen in Drosophila. XX is normally seen in female, XY is seen in males obviously. Okay, so he was working on certain insects and he was surprised to see only 50% of the sperms which were produced from the male insect containing only this type of structure, that is X body, and then he called it as X body. Okay, so X body when he just saw it, and another 50% of the sperms did not contain this X body. Okay, so and after that he conducted cross and he was surprised to see whichever the sperm actually which contained the X body after the fusion obviously resulted in the formation of the female insect. Okay, whichever doesn't contain X body, the sperms, okay, which fuses with the ovum, resulted in the formation of the male insect. Okay, so that led to the sex determination. Please remember H. Hanking, the scientist who discovered X chromosome in insects. Okay, fine. And here, have you heard about this male heterogamety? We know what is the meaning of heterogamety. Okay, gamety. What is the meaning of heterogamety? Heterogamety means During the process of gametogenesis, obviously in the case of male, let us take as in human beings, two types of sperms will be produced. Okay, in terms of sex chromosome, in terms of allosome, obviously we know that that is in the germ cell or in a gamete mother cell or meiocyte, obviously the total number of chromosome will be 46, where we can divide it as 44 are autosomes, correct, that is the sex structure determining chromosome, and 2 are allosomes, that is sex chromosome, correct. Okay, during the formation of these sperms, okay, so one sperm, we know that there are total 4 sperms will be produced, correct. We know it, total 4 sperms will be produced. Okay, so one sperm will contain 22 autosomes because it is haploid. This is 2n and now it is becoming n, and other will contain whether X chromosome as allosome or Y chromosome. Let us go with X now. The other one will contain 22 autosomes and 1 Y chromosome. The third sperm will contain 22 autosome and 1 X chromosome. The last one will contain Y chromosome along with 22 autosomes, correct. So 23 chromosomes in each sperms, but the allosomes may differ. Okay, that means out of 4, 2 are exhibiting X chromosome as allosome, correct. Okay, another 2 will be exhibiting Y or having Y chromosome as allosome. That means 50% of the sperms will have X chromosome, whereas 50% of the sperms will contain Y chromosome. This is what is important. 50X, 50Y sperms will be produced actually. Got it? If you talk about the ovum is not exhibiting heterogamity in the case of human, correct? Because we know that whatever 22 autosomes in one ovum plus X will be there, because obviously in the diploid condition the allosomes will be XX, which is common actually. Okay, so that means whatever the ova which is produced obviously will have X as the allosome, but in the case of sperm it differs because it is exhibiting the heterogamity. Got it? So that means in the case of human beings, male actually determines the sex of the baby, whether the baby will be male or female. If the sperm containing X as allosome fuses with the gamete which is containing X itself, obviously the offspring will be XX, that is female. If Y sperm fertilizes the ovum, the resulting offspring will be male. So that is male heterogamity. What is the good example? Give me good example for male heterogamity sperm. That is nothing but sperm containing Y as this one, what I call allosome, correct. That is actually a very good example. Okay, so fine, so remember it, and we have to write a lot of examples. We'll just discuss it a bit later. And what about the female? In case of birds, or maybe in the case of certain other insects like the butterflies or moths, you see female heterogamety. That means, very simple, no need of explanation. The sperms will be containing only one type of allosome, but the ova will contain different, that is X or Y type of allosomes. That means in this case the ova decides what is the sex of the progeny, remember it, or the offspring. So this is female heterogamety, remember it, very important, heterogamety. In the case of birds also you see a different type of chromosomal arrangement where the female actually based on the type of the allosome which gives into the gamete, that actually determines the sex of the baby bird. Okay, so that is the thing, female heterogamety. Now we'll discuss about the male heterogamety. There are two examples which are given in your NCERT. One is XXXO type, O in the sense nothing, okay, O type, whereas other one is XXXY type. You are familiar with XXXY type because I have already discussed about Drosophila and we know about our sex chromosomes, that is in the case of human beings. Okay, so very easy. But in the examination, if you get this question for 5 marks, very simple, what do you have to do? First is always definition. Go with the definition of sex determination. Okay, it is the finalization of the sex of the progeny during zygote formation. That is the definition. Then you have to write at least 4 points. That is the explanation. We don't know like what kind of question is asked. explain the sex determination in human, then you have to write about human, okay, or Drosophila, write about Drosophila, or maybe cockroach, that is XXX0 type, okay, so you have to be a bit careful about it. And after writing the explanation, what is compulsory is you have to write the schematic representation, that's it, okay. For writing schematic representation, you will have 2 marks, 3 marks for definition and explanation and 2 marks for schematic representation. So very simple, we'll go with the first XXXY type because we are familiar with it, and then we'll go with this, okay. In this case, always remember the left side, both the cases, which is actually the allosome of the female, okay. So it is common, it is understood. It is actually the allosome of the male. In this case also it is the allosome of the male. Very simple. See here, in the case of the ova that is produced from the female, will have any one allosome, that is X, okay. Whereas in this case also same, that is X. That means whatever the ova which is produced from the female will have X as allosome, remember. But in this case, this is male gametes, this is actually the male allosomes. Obviously, during the gamete formation, one sperm will contain X chromosome, the other sperm will contain no X chromosome in this case. In this case, one sperm will have X chromosome, the other sperm will have Y chromosome, that is 50-50, okay, 50-50. So, here the male actually determines the sex of the baby or offspring, so it is male heterogamety. The examples are this, okay. So, Dioscorea is a plant, remember it, which also exhibit XXXO type of sex determination, where male determines the sex of the offspring of Dioscorea, whereas Melandrium is actually a plant which also having XXXY type, where XY is the allosome of the male, okay. So male actually determines the sex of the offspring or plant, okay. So we'll go with the XXXY type, okay. The question could be like this: explain XY type of sex determination in human being. Very simple, okay. So XY means it is understood, it is male, okay, male allosomes, okay. So here what you have to do is simple. First you have to write male and female here, okay. So what we do is first we write the male diploid condition. Here I can go with AA. So even you can also go with 44A, that is also correct, but I will not write it. You can just write 44A, that means 44 autosomes. Instead of that we write AA. AA means a pair of A, that is diploid condition, plus, okay, we write XY. This is allosome, that you have to write XY itself, okay. So don't alter it. For female, I can go with 44A. Instead of that, I'll go with the AA. This is the diploid condition, that is 44 chromosome. Along with that, a pair of allosome, which is XX. Correct? It is actually homozygous. In this case, it is hemizygous. Okay. During the formation of the gametes, you have to write like this. Just write G gamete. I'm talking about this. Okay. What do you have to write? You just write A because haploid, plus you write X. Okay. Fine. So like this, A plus X, that is actually 2N now is becoming N. So one pair of autosomes goes to gamete, and out of 2 allosomes, one allosome will go into the gamete. Correct. Okay. In this case, we write A plus Y. Correct. There is another possibility, that is along with 22 autosomes, Y can go. Correct. So total now it is, how many chromosomes are there? 23. Correct. So that's it. Now in the case of female, that is whatever the sperms are produced, obviously we know that from the meiocyte, that is the male gamete mother cell, obviously that is 2N, will produce around 4 sperms. In this case only I have written 2 gametes, okay, very simple. That is out of 4 sperms, 2 sperms will be having X as allosome, 2 will be having Y as allosome. So that's it, 50%, correct, 50% X, 50% Y. Don't write anything like that, only in the explanation part you have to write. Here you know it, X, it is in homozygous condition, so whatever the ova is produced will have X as allosome. Autosomes will be 22 itself, so now it is 23. 22 plus 1, 23, correct. Suppose this sperm now fuses with the ova, which is common one, obviously the sex will be AA plus XX. So the sex will be female, so this will be now female. Got it? Okay. If the allosome that is in the sperm, which is Y. Okay, the Y sperm now fuses with this ova. Obviously, now you see this kind of karyotype, that is double A plus XY. So this is the offspring is male, correct? So male now exhibiting the male heterogamety, and particularly the male actually now decides what is the sex of the progeny, correct? So that is the thing to remember. Always male heterogamety, males are the one who determines the sex of the progeny. So you have to write this. For writing this you get 2 marks, remember it, but please mention this. Okay, you have to, oh sorry, this one is female, sorry. Okay, so correct it. This is female, this one is actually male. Okay, so very important. 2 marks, 3 marks for explanation. Okay, so definition and writing like sperms, the male show male heterogamety and all these things. So that is actually applicable to this also. So same. Okay, so please understand it. XX X0 type. Okay, in this case, can we alter it? Okay, in this case, what I'm going to do is just write 0 here, and that is common female. Okay, so one will receive X, obviously instead of Y I have to write 0, simple. Okay, so here we write that's it. Now the fusion between this sperm with this ovum, obviously we have female, whereas now you get this due to the fusion with the sperm which is having no allosome, that is 0 allosome, which actually fuses with this, obviously we get male, correct? So that's it. So simple, very easy. Hope you understood this. Please remember the examples: cockroach, Dioscorea plant, and grasshopper. Female heterogamety, very easy one, you understood already. Okay, in this case it is female allosomes. This also female. Always left side is female, and in this case right side is male. Okay, so you could see in males the allosomes are homozygous, but in this case it is hemizygous. Correct? Females are hemizygous. Okay. Female heterogamety, you have to write the definition first, sex determination, then female heterogamety. What is female heterogamety? 2 different types of ova are produced in terms of sex chromosome by the female, that is female heterogamety. In this case, the females determines the sex of the progeny, correct? Correct. Okay. The other case, males, but in this case, females, female heterogamety, that determines the sex of the progeny. Okay, so we'll go with Z0, ZZ type. The females are now having, I'll just write female here, double A plus what I write here, ZO. It is actually the diploid condition of the female. It could be butterfly or moth females. Okay, so here we write male. Okay, so double A plus double Z. That is actually male having homozygous XX chromosome. Okay, so during the formation of the gamete, ova particularly, 50% of the ova will have Z as allosome, whereas 50% of the ova will not have Z as allosome. Instead of that, nothing, no allosomes at all. So I write 0. Correct? Okay. In this case, sperms, of all the sperms, that is 100% of the sperms will have Z type of allosome, that is A plus Z. Okay, simple. What I have written P here, and in this case gametes. Okay, then this is the fusion. Simple. Okay, so here what we get, double A plus double Z. That means the offspring will be male. Okay, male. In this case, AA plus ZO or 0. That is the females. So that means females now determines the sex of the progeny, because the female produces 2 different types of gametes. One is having Z as allosome, the other gamete will have O as allosome, that is no Z as allosome. That's it. So this is the thing you have to write for butterfly, moth. Simple. Explanation, writing this 5 marks. ZWZZ type, in the it is normally seen in birds. Okay, that means the female birds determines the sex of the progeny, because the female produces 2 different types of gametes. Okay, one is containing Z as allosome, the other gamete is containing W as allosome. Okay, so here instead of that, what I have to write? The female, right? I'll go with this. Then the males, that is same. So here instead of this, what I have to write? W, correct? Okay, so now males will be, and in this case I just write W. That's it. Simple, easy, right? Okay, so that's all about it. We will discuss about haplodiplomatic type of sex determination in honeybees. It is also called as